Good morning, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez Williams, and I wanted to come live from outside this morning. It is not warm yet. It's warm, but not as warm yet, but it's going to be warm today. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me what the weather's like where you are. And it is so green. The green is filling in all around. It's so green. I wanted to talk this morning about being your own scientist. What do I mean by that? So if you're your own scientist, you are figuring out what works best for you. When do you eat? What do you eat? What foods cause you to feel a certain way or not? When do you like to move your body? How do you like to move your body? How is it helpful for you to have more water? Or not how, but I mean, more water is always helpful, but what helps you to drink more water? What swaps do you like the best? Like what pasta swaps do you like the best? What helps you to stay consistent? What are routines that you can put in place? All of these things, when you ask yourself those questions, a scientist asks lots of questions and then tests things out to figure out what works best, or to answer a certain question that they have, like a hypothesis that they have, but then they test things out to see if that hypothesis works or not. So the same thing for yourself. Be your own scientist. Be your own scientist around each of those habits and figure out what works best for you. But you have to try it on. You have to try it out. And it's okay if you're your own scientist and you find out that walking in at 6:45 in the morning doesn't work for you, and it works better for you to walk at 7 p.m. at night, then do that. Then make the shift, make the change. Because if your hypothesis was, I think that walking at 6:45 in the morning will be great for my day, but then you find out that it's not because of whatever reasons, then you make a shift and you make a change. Your conclusion is, 6:45 doesn't work, but 7 p.m. does work. Or when I tried it on, it worked like this. So now I'm going to have a new hypothesis. I'm going to try on 7 p.m. and see how that works and see what I can do. Or when I'm not consistent is when I'm not putting my own priority, my health first. Like what are you finding out by asking the questions? What are you finding out by being your own scientist? What are you learning that then you can make conclusions from and then try on a new hypothesis or continue to go? When you do it like that, then you're creating a lifestyle that you will follow. The best habits are the ones that you're going to follow, the lifestyle that you create that works for you. And that's going to be different for every person because every person has a different schedule, has different responsibilities, has different past experiences, has a different goal for their future. And so if you're your own scientist, you can do that. Now, you might need a team of people to come be the scientist with you. So that might be the people that you put around you, that could include myself, to say, hey, I'm trying this on, I'm doing this testing, I'm testing this hypothesis, and I'm figuring out what it is. Do you see something as an outsider that you might help me, like that might help my perspective? Or it's like gathering information from different sources of people that are around, but as a support to figuring out what is the best, what works for you. So what is that for you that you need to make a hypothesis about, and then go test the hypothesis and figure out what the conclusion is so that you can continue to make steps. You can take steps forward. Always when like a scientist is publishing a paper, they're giving the lit review, they're giving all the research and the background information around it. They're stating what their hypothesis is or what question they're answering. And then they tell you the research, the testing that they do. And then they tell you the results of that, and then the conclusions or the steps to take as a result of the results, or as and you can do that same thing for yourself, and you can bring other people along with you, whether that's to do it together or to bring another perspective, or to have someone else ask you questions, or to have someone else say, oh, you might be missing this piece, or maybe have you considered this, or oh, the research says this. So I hope this was helpful. Tell me helpful in the comments if it was helpful, and tell me the question that you're asking or answering, the question that you're posing for yourself. How do I drink more water? What helps me drink more water? What helps me move my body? How do I like to move my body? When do I like to break my fast? am I doing? What helps me to do intermittent fasting? What is intermittent fasting? Does intermittent fasting work for me? What's the sweet spot of hours and of sleep that I need for my body? All of those things are questions that you could ask yourself and then test, and seek research, seek consultation from me. My consultation with me is free. Just message me and I'll consult with you. But there's so much that you could do. So tell me what your question is that you're answering right now, or that you're researching for yourself as your own scientist. And I would love to be a part of your journey. Have a wonderful day from my house to your kitchen. Global Flavors. Share, heart this video, and tell me your question, or message me privately if you would like support in any way. And that's it. Say hi. Oh, and if it was helpful or valuable, tell me that too. All right. Have a wonderful day from my house to your kitchen. Global Flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye.